it was around 8 weeks ago. So 2 months ago now. So we're currently on the 2nd of April 2024, and I'm really keen and interested in looking at the euro dollar over the next, I'd definitely say 8 weeks. So just want to put it out there that I'm bullish going into the next period, so April, May, and June, and I'm looking for the euro dollar to turn around. It's been trading down over the last 3 months. I'm just looking for it to actually turn around now and start trading back up to some of the key levels that are interesting to me. So we've got this level here as a key level, and then potentially just above that, so the 0.85 and then the 0.8000. I just call it 0.85. Just currently on a daily chart here on TradingView, and yeah, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, please feel free to check them out on crude oil, on the USD CAD. Those videos are probably 2 to 3 months old now, because I put them out in January, I think the end of December, January, looking at forecasting crude oil over the 3-month period, so January, February, March, and also USD CAD. I was forecasting upward prices over January, February, March, and if you go back and look at those videos, you will see what I was predicting, what I was looking at, and just how those forecasts really came into existence. And yeah, without no further ado, we'll get into this one. So currently on a daily chart, and just gonna drop down into, before I drop down into a 4-hour chart, just want to highlight that we've been in this we've had some upward movements over February into March, and then during the month of March, the prices kind of crumbled just based off macroeconomic fundamentals, interest rates being held, so central bank interest rates being paused. So in other words, they're still quite reluctant to change their stance on the current macroeconomic policy over in the US, also in the UK, which, interest rates play a big part in the currency movements in the financial markets. High interest rates, specifically the dollar, tends to favor a stronger dollar, and a low interest rate environment for the dollar tends to favor a stronger euro. So that's currently where we are, and I think going forward, what I'm beginning to see is just a dollar that's pretty much overbought at the moment, and that's why I'm quite bullish to see the euro dollar turn around and start making some gains, trading back up into these levels, these prices here, 80, 85, and we may even get up to this key level here, this 90 level. But again, 3 months is quite a long time, so April, May, June. I do trade on a 3-monthly cycle, and I do trade based off rotation. And I'm not going to go into all the details around that kind of language on this video, but that's maybe something I can break down, in further videos and so on and so forth. But currently on a daily chart, and I'm just going to switch to a 3-month chart here. So as we can see, we've had, if we go back to 2022, October, this is a 3-month candle, so October, November, December, going into January, can't get my words out, going into January 2023. So we had a really big 3-month bullish candle from October to December, so the back end of 2022. We had a small range created from the January, February, March candle. That's a 3-month candle. Small volume again going into April, May, and June, and then we had a reversal candle for that 3-monthly period, and then we had this big push again, October, November, and December, similar to this situation here. Towards the end of 2023, we had some really bullish activity, and this is the candle that's just finished. So this is January, February, March. It closed bearish and didn't really make any new gains, didn't really trade up into these highs either of this 3 monthly candle. So this is the new April candle. So this will be April, May, and June. And what I'm looking at is for this candle to trade back up into this candle here. So this 3 monthly candle is going to have lots of liquidity resting in this 3 monthly candle, in terms of the market hasn't quite traded back up yet and offered the price in those in these levels here. And if we drop down into weekly, we've had quite a few bearish weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish weeks. So we are due anyway some type of retracement back up into these highs, this high, and as I said, potentially this high as well. And basically what I'm trying to say is up weeks tend to follow down weeks, and down weeks tend to follow up weeks. As we can see, we had down weeks here, up weeks here, lots of down weeks, and then up weeks, down weeks, up weeks, down weeks, a few up weeks, a few down weeks, and so forth. Just dropping to the daily. So I think this is support here. This 170, this level here is support, and that should hold. And then we should expect, because we've had quite a few down days, and down days tend to follow up days, as we can see. Down days, up days, down days, up days, and down days, and now we're waiting for some up days. And I know this is just very basic, very simple explanation, just looking at the candles, but it goes way beyond that. And my proprietary trading model is much deeper than what I'm kind of purporting at the moment. It's got so many more elements to it, but that's not something that I can reveal in this video or on this channel, because it's proprietary, and it wouldn't be wise to do that, actually. But this is where we are at the moment. It's going to go down to the 4-hour, and I've just got just a thing here that gives me the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just so I know where I am every day in the market. And I am looking for a daily close to be quite bullish, so I'm hoping that we get above this level here, the 75 today, and then for the rest of the week that we trade higher into this candle. That's what I'm interested in. You've got quite a large displacement that happened yesterday on Monday, and I think I'm quite confident that this was the final move for this market to begin to trade higher. And if we drop down into the hourly chart, we can see this morning at 8 o'clock in London, we've had this really nice bullish momentum candle, some manipulation that came in on the 4-hour candle, and then back up again. So the market's wanting to push higher, wanting to trade higher to fill all of this imbalance, because it hasn't had the opportunity to trade back up into that candle. And then we've got areas here where the market is hasn't had the chance to trade back up, just imbalance all in this candle. And if we go to the dollar, we can see weakness on the dollar as well. And there's a big gap here that needs to be filled, where the market just kind of broke out yesterday based off manufacturing information. That was yesterday. So we had ISM manufacturing PMI, which came out very positive, and it was just a catalyst just to push the dollar further into an area where it's overbought. And that's currently my stance on the dollar at the moment, as we just look at that. Yeah, I see the dollar breaking down. Quite a few weeks we've had up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am anticipating some weakness now on the dollar. And I think by the end of this year, we are going to see more dovish behavior from the Fed. And I think interest rates will begin to fall by the end of this year, which will again just pose more weakness on the dollar and just strengthen the case for foreign currency to find itself trading a lot higher. Just going to go back to the euro. Euro USD. That's on the weekly, so let's go back to the daily, back to the 1 hour candle. Yeah, so that's where we're currently at the moment. So as you can see here, I've got this I've got all my markings on my chart that I've just, I've left off this particular video. I don't want to put that on there today. I just kind of go into all of that. Just wanted to just put a video out there just to say that, I'm bullish on the euro dollar over April, May, and June. And what I intend to do is upload, future videos over the next 3 months, just highlighting, just building on from this particular video, just showing why I was bullish and the positions that I've been able to take and trade based off my analysis. Obviously, my analysis goes way beyond what we're looking at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to go into all details on that analysis because it's sacred, and it gives me my edge in these markets. But I think what is good is if I can show through just a simple video like this what I'm looking at 3 months down the line, and just like I have been doing with the crude oil, with the USD CAD, then obviously whatever I've got in terms of my analysis, is very consistent with what I'm putting out there, basically. And I think it's also good as well, as I look back in time and just see what I was looking at. As I look to secure institutional investment, it'll be good for me to look back and just see and just show investors like this is what I was looking at, and then be able to break down why I was looking at this and so on and so forth based off the model that I've been able to create. So yeah, that's all from me on this video. You're probably not going to find it super useful, but I think it's more a case of me just putting out there what I'm looking at and just seeing how that pans out over the next 3 months. So I'm bullish on the euro dollar, and let's just see how that pans out over the next weeks and months, and let's see where we go from there. Oh, cool. All right, well, I'll see you in the next video.